Welcome to episode 55 of the Red Dead Redemption podcast.
Might as well be, to be fair.
There is nothing going on. The only thing to talk about today is Red Dead Redemption 2. There's literally nothing else. Not even news happens in weeks that Red Dead Redemption comes out.
No, games don't get released. Only Red Dead.
It's been absolutely insane. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah, this episode 55 of Character Unlock, I suppose. I'm hosting this week, as you can tell. I'm the dickhead who makes stupid jokes before we've even started. I'm Andrew Brooker, and joining me, as always, is my good buddy John. How are you, mate?
Hi. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Just, I've been playing Red Dead.
Of course you have.
In case you hadn't realised, Red Dead came out recently, so I thought I might as well give it a go. I mean, someone has to play it. No one else would, really.
Well, someone needs to support these tiny little indies that never make any money.
Exactly. I'm a benevolent god.
Yeah.
And I pick my games wisely, and I choose ones that deserve the utmost respect, and they deserve to get the small amount of money that I can give them to help keep them running and alive.
But I can't believe you've actually finished it.
Well, I've finished the main story. There's 2 epilogues, and I haven't finished those yet.
So I haven't even scratched the surface of the damn thing yet, and you come into work the other day and go, yeah, I finished it. I was like, oh. I'm just going to hang up my hat now and just give up. I'll go play Tomb Raider.
To be fair, I did have the advantage of having 2 10-hour-plus days of playing it, where I was supposed to be at work but couldn't get there.
Yeah, so you pretended to slash your tyres so that you couldn't come into work.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it's a good thing that the people that we work with don't really care about video games in the slightest.
Well, yeah, because there's no way on earth anybody would actually believe that someone had done damage to your car and you couldn't get to work. It would literally be like pulling a sickie on Call of Duty Day.
I mean, I've got pictures of my tyres not having any air in them.
Have you got pictures of the holes in the sides of your tyres?
Yes, actually.
That's alright then, because I can let my tyres down too. That's it. After we're done recording, I'm going outside, I'm letting my tyres down, and I'm calling in tomorrow and saying I can't come in. I've got to play Red Dead Redemption while someone doesn't fix my car.
It's easier to just say, I'm ill. Can I have 5 days off work, please?
Yeah, but then you got to have interviews and fill in forms, and I'm not a big fan of the return to work interview. I'm not a fan of the return to work interview when I've actually been ill.
I'm just not a fan of return to work.
There is that as well. There is that. I mean, if I could just win the lottery and do nothing but play video games and write about horror films for the rest of my life, I'd be a happy man.
I think I could get bored pretty quickly if I won the lottery and did nothing but play video games and watch films.
I'd do plenty of other stuff, but I would do a lot of film watching.
The thing is, I know for a fact that if I won the lottery, didn't have to go to work, and I could play nothing but video games, do you know what I'd end up doing? Just sitting grinding on GTA for some reason, despite the fact there's like 50 other games that I need to play and have a fuck. So,
still playing FIFA every day of your life.
Well, I'm still playing FIFA every day, or playing GTA Online every day, or when Red Dead Online comes out, and it's like there's God of War just sitting there still in its cellophane.
Yeah.
Or even worse, I've got that copy of Doom sitting on the other side of the room, hiding under a pile of other stuff because other stuff's just been piled on top of it.
It's just
not even games. Like, I think one of them might actually be Alien Covenant.
Nice.
I've just got a pile of stuff you've given me.
Just a pile of Brooker shit.
I think there might actually be a Brooker shit on there.
Yeah, well, there will be now. It's so freeze dry it for you and put it in a little cellophane bag.
Yeah. So Red Dead came out with so little competition. And no one wanted to compete with it so badly that even Rockstar didn't release their online at the same time.
No. I mean, I haven't quite figured out the logic behind keeping the online back.
No, there is logic. They didn't want people to play nothing but online. They wanted people to play their story.
But people would have done anyway.
Less people.
Yeah, I suppose.
You really think? I mean, if you really look at it, their numbers of people who've played and finished the GTA story versus the people who've actually got a lot of GTA Online time played. I mean, let's be honest, GTA is still like top 10 in the UK
Oh yeah.
now, even after Red Dead's release,
Yeah.
just because people are still buying it to play on the online.
Yeah.
Somehow, not everyone owns GTA Online.
I don't own GTA. I don't own a copy of GTA 5.
Yeah.
Not at all. And with GTA, every time I try to play it, I get not quite as far as I did the last time. So I don't even get to the end of the prologue mission now before I go, nope, turning that off.
It is quite boring, the story to it, right from the go. It doesn't get better until a good couple of hours in. You could, in theory, say the same about Red Dead, though. The story does start pretty weak and slow. It's chapter 3/4 is when it really fucking ramps up like a motherfucker. I'm talking like, if you're enjoying it now, wait till you get to 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose... okay, so I mean, this is basically just going to turn into a just Red Dead-centric episode, so just forego kind of splitting it into news and reviews and things. We'll just fucking talk. So, the day after Red Dead came out, so it came out 2 Fridays ago?
Yeah?
Yeah.
No? Maybe.
Something like that.
It was after the last podcast.
Yeah. So, yeah, 2 Fridays ago. So it came out 2 Fridays ago. I didn't get a chance to play it on the Friday. On the Saturday, I was texting you, sitting there going, I don't know if I want to boot this game up. Should I be refunding it? Because everything I'd read about it put me off. Everything. And I mean everything. Okay, everything from people I trust. So, you know, I know a lot of people don't like him at all, but like the Jim Sterlings of this world. I really like Jim Sterling and his kind of critiques and reviews on games.
Yeah.
And everything he said about Red Dead was actually everything that I was worried about in the lead up to it. Everything we've talked about in the last year about Red Dead Redemption 2, you know, the survival stuff and all that kind of shit. And I was like, I don't know if I want to play a cowboy sim. This is not what I'm signing up for. But actually, I'm kind of glad I did. I was fucked either way. Let's be honest about this. With Xbox, you've got 2 hours. Once you install the game, you've got 2 hours before you can't refund it anymore. 2 hours into Red Dead Redemption 2, the fucking titles are still rolling.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't done anything. 2 hours into Red Dead Redemption 2, I haven't even figured out the poxy sprint button. How am I supposed to know if I like the game or not in 2 hours?
Yeah. I totally agree. When I started Red Dead, I mean, when you text me about it and I replied back, my responses are that I didn't know if I wanted to play it more.
Yeah.
Because 2 hours in, I still wasn't sold on the game. And, it was a fair amount later, and I pretty much fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But it was exactly what I said to you over the text. It's like, wait until you've got a decent 6-hour period where you can actually sit and play it, and then you'll actually probably care a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, that tutorial is a fucking ball ache.
It's so long.
It throws so much at you at once. You can't take it all in. And then later on, you come across things and you just, out of the blue, find out that you can do this. You were told about it in the fucking tutorial.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you just realised that you can actually fucking do it. Like, I didn't realise you didn't have to hold down the A button to move your horse.
No.
If you're aiming your gun, it will just auto-run, and it will also latch on to whoever you're riding with.
Yeah.
While you're aiming your fucking gun. That was me, all fucking fingers and thumbs. I didn't know how to fucking hold the controller at that point. Trying to hold down the A button while moving the right thumbstick and also trying to steer your horse, pull the trigger, and aim all at once.
Yeah.
In reality, all you had to do was pull your fucking gun out and start shooting things.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, right? My my experience with Red Dead 2, for the most part, can be summed up with one word, and that's why. This is the word I say the most playing Red Dead 2 is why.
Yeah.
Why anything? Why can't I just fast travel back to camp?
Yeah, it's weird actually.
What?
With regards to, with regards to the fast travel back to your camp, you can in the first 2 chapters, because when you finish most of the missions with someone, they will say to you, "Do you want to hang around for a bit, or do you want to head back to camp?"
Yeah.
And then you get the option to go back to camp with them, or just hang around for a bit.
Yeah. And
There's no
when you
nine
click go
times out
back
of
to
10.
camp,
There's no point in actually saying to hang around for a bit because you've already done all of the fucking stuff around you anyway.
yeah,
Unless you decide that you want to try and have another go at the bear.
no, I never want to have a go at that bear again. That bear
But
fucked me up.
but you take that fast travel back to camp. That kind of stops being an option later on. 'Cause I can't remember the last time I saw that. I think it was definitely while you were still at the first camp after the snow.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing it in any further camps.
So the thing for me, right, is when and I know this is just a me thing, and it's basically me trying to unlearn what 30 years of playing video games. So I'm aware that now, and I don't think I could play Red Dead 2 if it didn't exist. The whole system resume thing on Xbox and PlayStation is a lifesaver.
Yes.
Because if I had to, travel 40 minutes to get back to camp to save my game, or to find a decent spot to save my game, to turn it off, I wouldn't be able to do it. I need to be able to just turn it off and go. But I do like switching off and switching on at a decent point. So I don't like I turned the game on the other day and I was just in the middle of a field. And I was like, well, what am I doing here? Why was I here? Is there a reason I didn't go back to camp? Why? Why am I here? So I like to go, back to camp and then I'll turn it off. And then when I turn it on again, I can start off in camp. But, mate, why does everything have to take 30 minutes to get anywhere?
Wait until you open up the rest of the map, then you'll realise that it's not 30 minutes anymore.
I don't want to. Okay.
The map is way too fucking big for what you've got.
It's insane. I remember saying this as well a few times when we were talking about like Assassin's Creed and Just Cause as well. Open world is great, but devs don't need to be in competition with each other to make the biggest fucking open world.
Or if you are going to make the biggest open world, you need to make it easily to, traverse it.
Yeah, at least with Assassin's Creed, as you open up the map, you also open up 1 million fast travel points.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I'm not asking for the ability to get away from enemies super quick. I'll deal with that. I don't want to travel for half an hour every day. Oh yeah, go to such and such and see if there's a bounty. It's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, motherfucker. I'm not going to see if there's a bounty. Fuck you and your bounties.
So Red Dead 1 had a fast travel, and it was to do with you setting up a little campsite for yourself. And then you would just hit the Y button and you could go and fast travel to a place that you'd already been. City, usually one of the towns or one of the places that's, that you can do stuff.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have that option. You can unlock the fast travel at your camp, but that's just you riding your horse to one of the various locations. There are technically fast travel points, but hilariously, the carriages for fast travel are almost entirely next to railway stations where you can buy train tickets.
Yep.
To then do this fast travel to the exact same places, because they will take you to, a train station will take you to another train station around, and the carriage bloke will take you to another taxi point for the carriage.
Yeah.
Again, next to the fucking railway station. What's the point of two different fast travel points if you're going to put them right next to each other all the time?
So
I think you can count on one hand the number of times you will see one where the other one isn't.
So my next question is, why have I bought a fast travel map for my camp?
Because you like
because
wasting money.
because I can't fast travel with it. I got really excited. So obviously I won't spoil anything for people that haven't played the game, and I should kind of add I'm really enjoying playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's really good, but there are a lot of problems to this game. And my newest one, my favourite one so far is the ability to upgrade your camp, which is great. Costs you a fortune,
Yep.
but you upgrade your camp because apparently that's good. I
Yep.
haven't I haven't had any benefit from it yet. I'm only a couple of chapters in. I'm fine to wait. I'm assuming it will come. But I was really excited to finally be able to buy a fast travel map, and it doesn't work.
It works as long as your horse is nearby.
So do I have to take my horse around to the back of my tent?
No, if as long as your horse is in the camp and like hitched to one of the horse points, then yes. However, if you don't have that, you can upgrade your camp so that you can call your horse back to camp whenever.
Awesome.
But
More
that
money to
costs
spend.
more money.
Let's talk about
There,
money
there's an achievement for putting $250 into your camp.
in one go.
No, just in general.
I think I got an achievement for doing something like that.
Yeah. Do you want to know what the best part is?
Go on then.
I fully upgraded my camp, right?
Yeah.
And this is going to amuse you. A bit later on, I returned to my camp after having it being fully upgraded, and we're talking like mid chapter 3 by this, because, well, I've played it a lot, so I earned a lot of money for no fucking reason,
Yeah.
doing a lot of random shit, including fishing, for a lot of time. And legendary animals as well, because you get a fair amount of money for that stuff, plus other crap that I've done. But I'd have a fully upgraded camp by around mid chapter 3. I walked into camp once, and one of the campers came up to me and said, "We've noticed you've not put any money into the camp for a while."
So fuck you.
It's because so I go, all right, okay, fine, I'll go put some money into the camp. Walked over there, put like 5 cents into it. I then looked at the ledger. So this is something that you will see from a lot of people if they've shown you pictures of what their ledger looks like. It will say Arthur, and then money, and then massive lists of money that Arthur's put in, plus valuables and all sorts.
Yeah.
And then it will say something like along the lines of Javier, squirrel pelt,
Yeah.
1 cent.
One dead frog.
Yeah, pretty much.
Woohoo.
The people in your camp are helping you out by putting in a total of about $15.
Which is
forever.
excellent, because one of the upgrades for the camp is like Dutch's tent or something. It's like, this will encourage the other campers to put more money in.
Yep.
But does
You know what
it?
happened? No, it doesn't.
No.
In fact, I think they put in less once I bought that one.
I
It's
get
like, this
it.
will encourage your campers to put more money into the camp. That's great. However, everything that I want to buy costs this much. They don't put in anywhere remotely close to that at any given moment, ever. So it's like your own tent to upgrade, so that way you get the ability to do fast travel, is like $360. I don't think the campers have put in a total of $360
No.
ever,
No.
like at all, for the entire time I've played it. For the 60 plus hours of the game I've played, I'm pretty sure the campers have put in maybe at most $100.
Perfect.
The camp is useful for one upgrade around your tent, your camp, which is to do with the ammo and weapons.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to restock the ammo there and go and collect it than it is to go buy the ammo individually.
Yeah.
By some margin as well. I think people worked it out, is that if you're to get it's something like $24 to $60 to restock all of the ammo at camp.
Yeah.
If you were to go to a shop and do the equivalent, it would cost in excess of 100.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that bit I will upgrade then.
It also gets you fire bottles, which means that you can go full dunny.
Nice. I do like setting fire to people.
Hey, you think
Also
that's
in
amazing?
games.
That one of the satchel upgrades means that you can start carrying 99 of stuff.
Yeah.
And 99 bottles of moonshine is brilliant, because you can use moonshine to upgrade ammo to incendiary rounds.
Nice.
So I've now got incendiary rounds on shotguns, and that, my friend, is fucking hilarious.
Surely that's how you kill a legendary bear that wants to go around and fuck you up.
No, that legendary bear will rape you.
He did.
It will go full Revenant.
Yeah, that.
You are Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
That
that
bear.
did not like me at all. I didn't even know he saw me. I was following the tutorial. I was sneaking around like it told me to. I wasn't making any noise. I had, in fact, stopped moving from quite a distance and was trying to figure out how to get my binoculars out. And suddenly, bear goes ape shit or bear shit, and then runs at me and fucks me up.
Yep. Do you want to know what's even more hilarious for that?
Go on.
The tutorial notification for how to deal with bear attacks doesn't show up until you get to the second epilogue.
Woohoo!
And you get attacked by a bear in the second epilogue, and it tells you have to smash the B. You have to repeatedly tap the B button to defend yourself from bears.
Here's my next
bear attack.
My next why is why the fuck can't Rockstar do a decent goddamn tutorial? Ever.
Because that's not what they're there to make money from.
Jesus H. Christ. I don't need my hand holding, don't get me wrong.
But you do need more than 2 seconds of black box in the corner to know what you're doing.
This is it. If you're going to make it so as I need a third and fourth hand for this controller, the least you could do is pause the game for a sec while you put the instructions up. And not make it so that if I'm busy reading the instructions, something kills me. You absolute cuntbags.
You know when you pull the left bumper down and you go to search for the device that it wants you to pick up to use, so like your fishing rod, binoculars, knife, occasionally a gun.
Yeah.
When it says hold down the left bumper to bring up the radial wheel.
Yep.
Now go and find this. Press right bumper to move to the next icon. Then move the radial to that one. Then let go of the left bumper.
Yep.
Did you know that when it does that, if you just tap the left bumper, it automatically pulls that out?
Really?
So when it wants you to pull out binoculars, to force you onto the binoculars, if you just tap the left bumper, he automatically pulls binoculars out of his bag.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Same with the fishing rod, same with the knife on the 2 occasions where that's been important.
Why doesn't it tell me that?
Why do you think?
Fucking Rockstar.
It does tell you that. It just takes until like chapter 3 for it to tell you that. And also in a little tiny black box in the corner, that's when it tells you, which I almost missed.
I don't get it. I don't understand how a company can be so hell-bent on making everything look so good and fuck up their control scheme so badly.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, there's actually competitions running at the moment on the Red Dead subreddit for people who are loading the game up and using the screenshot on their Xbox to find out who can get the most pretty screenshots.
Yeah. You walk around, and I was kind of just wandering around early on. I'd just come out the mountains. I was wandering around, like a slow trot on my horse through the countryside. I had to call, like, when Nikita was sat with me, she was just kind of watching. I had to call Myra, and I was like, "Look at this! It's like a fucking movie. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and everything is alive. The water's running. There's random animals running out in front of me, and you can see them fucking around in the bush over in the corner. It's just
animals fucking in the bush.
Animals fucking in the bush. Why not?"
Speaking of animals running around with you, how many rabbits have you accidentally run over with your horse?
None.
None?
I have, however, accidentally killed 3 toads.
Yeah, I've accidentally killed a lot of different various animals, including birds that were just casually flying in front of my horse.
Okay, so when you accidentally kill them, does it negatively affect your honor?
No. No, not for animals. So I was riding my horse, and all of a sudden a deer just jumped in front of it, and then my horse just nailed it. And I've had deers, rabbits, birds, a cat.
Okay.
Yeah. That one really fucking annoyed me, because that one actually got me a bounty.
Really? Killing the cat?
Animal cruelty, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was riding my horse through Strawberry, and a cat just stepped in front of my horse, and I just got trampled, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then all of a sudden, witness. What? Yeah. Wanted, Arthur Morgan, animal cruelty, $15. I was like, fuck off! And I just rode my horse out of town.
See, at least $15 is a number, like, it's easy to go and get $15 and go pay your bounty off.
Yeah.
You know, remembering that I'm playing this pretty slow. The time I get to play, I'm doing a couple of sidey bits like the stranger missions and that, but for the most part, I'm doing story stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting loads of money doing shit. Why, in the actual fuck, does a story mission need to give me a $300 bounty?
Because reasons.
For fuck's sake. Mate, I still have the $300 bounty because I cannot afford to get rid of it. And I know full well that I'm going to pay off this fucking bounty and the next mission is going to do it again.
Yeah. Until you start bringing in money, like, on the big scale of things, there's no point paying off your bounties if they're story made, because you will earn those bounties really fucking fast for no reason. If you're riding your horse and you've set yourself a waypoint, if that horse waypoint will take you through a town,
yeah,
go around the town. Otherwise, you will come out the other side with a fucking $30 bounty, because you will accidentally knock something over and it will upset someone.
Yeah, it's driving me up the wall. I'm sitting there going, because again, I know it's going to give me another one if I actually find the money to go and do this. But you can't have this fucking insane rockstar juxtaposition again. You can't have this amazing world that you want me to spend time in. You want me to walk around and talk to strangers and go hunting and fishing, and sightseeing and I don't know, anything. But then make it so that every time I do a story mission, I fuck up the idea of doing a bit of exploration, because everywhere I go, people are trying to kill me.
Yeah.
All kinds of fuck you. Mate, it's driving me up the wall. It really is. These are the bits when I read reviews for Red Dead 2 and go, this is why people review this game and go, it might not be for you. Because actually, it takes those infuriating little niggles and ramps those fuckers up to 11.
Yep.
And makes me want to lob my controller through the TV.
Yeah, so I do agree that almost every time you do any kind of mission that involves needing to pull your fucking guns out, you're instantly going to go, oh, for fuck's sake, right, how do I earn the money to pay off this bounty?
Where's the nearest post office?
It really is that much of a ball ache sometimes, but you think that's fucking annoying. Wait till you get to the epilogue, because you'll sit there and you'll go, why the fuck do I owe this money? Because I'm currently carrying like 8 times that amount because I've just found a load of fucking gold bars on the floor. Why can't I pay it off? Please let me pay it off. Stop it. Let me do it. Stop forcing me to pay it off in installments through the fucking story. I'm carrying 8 times. I don't even know why I had that money in the first place. I was already carrying more money than that.
Excellent.
This story forcing you to be in debt.
Why?
Just for the sake of it. When you've just gone and you've done the treasure chest hunt, and you've just picked up 9 gold bars which sell for $500 each, and all you owe is $400.
Fuck's sake. Just for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And as kind of an extension to that, the honor system. The honor system. I wasn't a big fan of the honor system in the first one, but at least for the most part, it was logical.
Yep.
I rode past a dude who was trying to shoe his horse.
Yeah.
The horse kicked him in the head and killed him.
Yep. Then you looted him, didn't you?
I did. Why the fuck did that drop my honor? There was no one else around. He was already dead, and the horse had run off.
You did something dishonourable. That's why you lost honor. Come on, man. That's pretty obvious.
There's no one there. How do they know?
You knew. It's your honor system.
If someone saw me, it's not my honor system, because it gives me discount at shops. If it was my honor system, I'd just walk into the shop and go, "Hi, I'm honourable. Give me free shit."
Hi, I'm a nice guy.
Exactly. Oh, talking about walking into shops. So I walked into a shop and I'd done a bit of buying, and I walked out, and a little black box came up in the corner and went, "Did you know that if you think there's something suspicious in a shop, you could have a look around and maybe you'll find something suspicious?"
Yep.
Alright then. So I walked into the shop, I found a nice little back room and thought, I'm going to rob this motherfucker. Stuck my little mask on. I got the guy to open the door. I went in, I robbed the place, gunfire everywhere. I'm now stuck in a room because there's no other exit. How the fuck was I supposed to get out of that without having to kill every sheriff in the place?
You weren't. That's how.
Ah, it is good then that I ran away, was no longer wanted, came back and did a bounty. For the same very sheriff that was trying to shoot me.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan. To be honest, that was kind of my stupidity. A little way afterwards, I kind of walked around and found there was a back door with someone hanging around, and I probably could have just gone in the back way.
Got in through the back door, huh?
Absolutely. The back door is the best way to go.
Yep.
Always. Yeah, that was just me being a bit daft, I suppose. But I did sit there and go, the game has kind of walked me into this situation. It's told me that I should be trying to rob this place. I've robbed it, and now I'm stuck in a room trying to shoot everyone.
Yep.
With Rockstar's patented garbage shooting mechanics.
Yes. You think that's bad? If a couple of moments you will come across the times when you go through the radial menu, you will select the weapon that you want, and do you know what it'll do? It will stop you from doing anything for about 10 seconds or so.
Really?
Like you will move your thumbsticks around, you can't do anything, you will press buttons, nothing. Arthur will just stand there for about 10 seconds, and then he'll move.
Oh, goody. God, I can't wait for that to happen.
Yep. I don't know when it happens. It's happened to me, it's happened to a couple of my friends, it's happened to a couple of people online. It's just no one has an answer as to why it does it. It just is random.
Oh, fucking hell. Talking about weapons then, why does the game insist on removing my weapons every time I get on a horse?
Because you store them on your horse. It's pretty obvious. You can see him doing it.
But why?
Why not?
I understand that I can see him putting them back on the horse. My question is, I've equipped a dual-wielded pistol.
Yeah.
Why am I now getting off the horse and punching people? Why do I have to re-equip the pistol now I've gotten off the horse?
You just tap the left bumpers to pick them back up again. It's because the horse riding mechanic is designed to make it so that it's easier to ride the horse. So while you're holding guns, obviously you can't steer the horse as well. While you've got guns on your back, you're also less able to ride the horse.
Okay, so if I slow down the horse and I bring up the radial and I leave my dual-wielded pistols at one side and a carbine at the other, and I don't know, a shotgun at the bottom, and then I go off for a ride. So I'm not talking about carrying them while I'm on the horse. I'm equipping them onto Arthur. I ride off for 10 minutes. If I go back into that radial, they've all been unequipped.
Yep.
Why?
But they're sitting on the side of the horse, and when you get off the horse, it will ask you if you want to pick them up, and you just press the left bumper to pick them up.
But that's not an awful lot of good if I get ambushed.
No, it's not.
And
that's the whole point of an ambush, is that you're supposed to not be ready for it. Which is why there's the other thing, which is that when you're being ambushed, you can actually engage Deadeye without actually having a weapon.
Yeah.
So you can engage Deadeye, slowly pull the right trigger down as if you're doing a duel. Yeah. And then map the face of all the people that are ambushing you, and then as you pull the gun out of your holster, you put them all to bed, and then then double tap the left bumper to do a flourish before putting it away, and you look like a complete badass in front of no one.
Nice. See, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
But the unequipping is insane. And I don't understand. I get that there's a realism thing to it, but I don't understand why it would let me equip everything and then take it all away from me. You know, that's not at this point. That's not a game anymore. It's just an abject lesson in fucking annoyance, is what it is. But I don't want a cowboy simulator. I want a cowboy game.
It is kind of annoying when you have those weapons equipped, but then you put them away and then you later then don't have them equipped. Especially, it's more annoying when you're riding to do a mission and then you get off your horse at the mission and you don't have those guns and there's bullets flying everywhere and you have to run back to your horse because the game's forced you to use different weapons just for some reason.
These are the things that are annoying me. Like when it's being a game, I think it's amazing. When I'm being a proper cowboy and I'm just wandering around shooting bad guys and robbing banks. I haven't robbed a bank yet. I want to rob a bank.
You rob a bank when you move to the next the next camp away from the Valentine camp.
Ah, cool.
On Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. Nice.
But one of the really annoying things is that I've customized, because I have a fucking lot of money, all of my guns that I use semi-frequently so that the metal is gold.
Yeah.
And they've got black steel engravings on them, and they look really fucking pretty, as shown on the fucking
Are these the ones that you put on the Instagram feed?
Yeah, so with my dual weapons, I now have dual volcanic pistols. One is gold with black on it in engraving, and like the hammer, the sight, and the trigger are black. And then the other one is black, and it's complete opposite, so it's black with gold.
So you've gone all ebony and ivory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the exact same thing with the dual sawn-off shotguns.
Nice.
Which are fucking brilliant if you put slug rounds on them. 2 dual sawn-off shotguns with slug rounds are absolutely devastating, especially when you do an execute with them. You put the shotgun in the fucking chin of the person and pull the trigger.
That's pretty grim.
So, actually, one of the really cool things, the ambushes? If you're getting robbed, as they're coming over to pat you down, there's a strategic moment, it's called, where if you pull the trigger, Arthur will pull out his gun.
Yeah.
And if you do it at the right, if you do it at the right time, you will come out of it completely unscathed, putting the gun into their chin and pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Do that with the sawn-off shotgun. Their head explodes.
Nice.
Literally explodes.
Awesome.
And this is a game that will prevent you from putting a swear word when you try and name your horse.
It's not just that. I tried to name my horse Tonto. I wasn't being racist.
No.
It's not rude. It's a character from the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly acceptable thing to call my horse.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird that some names are completely unavailable for naming your horse. Trump's one of them, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
I tried to name my horse Cocaine and it wouldn't let me.
Yeah. So you can't name your... People won't ever be able to see what you've named your horse.
No.
Because it's not like it's online or anything and stuff like that. But you can't name your horse something offensive or something drug-related or the current name of the current president.
Is it because the current president's name is offensive?
Probably. But you can put a shotgun to the mouth of someone, pull the trigger and see their head explode.
Yep.
You can stick incendiary buckshot rounds into a shotgun and shoot people and see them scream on fire and run around and set someone else on fire because they're on fire.
This just shows you just how much this is an American-made game.
The KKK are in this game where they induct a member to it and he sets fire to the cross and himself.
Nice. But no swearing. It's all good.
But you're not allowed to put a weird name onto your horse.
No. I did get quite upset. Like, it was literally the first thing that came to my mind when it said, "Oh, name your horse." I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm going to call it something from the Lone Ranger because I'm kind of sad like that." Tonto. Yep. No. Profanity filter. Fuck you. Profanity filter that. Twat bags.
I called my horse George.
George. George the horse.
It wasn't until much later that I found out that George was a woman.
Did you change it to Georgina?
No, I just kept it as George.
Fair enough.
It was just so I was riding around on a horse called George, and Arthur continuously saying, "Who's a good girl?"
Outstanding.
Well, it's the easiest way of getting your horse to like you more and to get your horse to maximum bondage.
Just pat it.
Yep, constantly just pat it while riding. You don't even need to tap the thumbstick, you can just hold it down.
Yeah.
And he will just stand there. It's just while you're riding the horse, will just continuously just say reaffirming things about the horse.
Nice. Yeah, I quite like the horse bonding thing.
Bondage, horse bondage.
Horse bondage.
Yep.
Everyone likes a gimp mask on a horse.
They literally have something in their mouth.
Yep.
A metal bar in their mouth. It's bondage.
It's called a bit.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't
Horse
know.
bondage.
Didn't know if you knew that. Sadly, I did know that.
I didn't know. I don't know enough about horses. You are now our resident expert on horses.
I mean, there's two of us, and one of us doesn't know anything about horses, and the other one a little bit.
There we go, expert. It counts.
Yeah, it does. Oh, fucking hell. Literally just choking on nothing.
For anyone who cares, if you want, you can get an albino Arabian horse around Lake Isabella, which is near to where your first camp was in the snow, up in the top left-hand corner.
I might have to call him Albino Bob.
If you want. I think I've had 3 now because I keep accidentally not letting them live for long enough.
How'd you kill your horse?
Well, one of them was because I jumped onto a train and the horse kept following me off a cliff.
Fucking retard.
Horses are not smart in this game.
If they're going to run off the cliff, they probably deserve to die.
Actually, if you want something brilliant, you just need to go onto the Red Dead 2 subreddit. Probably after you've played a bit more and you've seen some more of the story, because spoilers are starting to leak into it a little bit.
Yeah, see, I purposely haven't been in there because spoilers.
But there's lots of videos of people riding their horses in cinematic mode. So it's supposed to do the following of the map and everything perfectly fine as it is, and it's just the horses riding into stuff. Trees, signposts, horse and carriages, other horses.
And every single time you do that, you'll get a witness come up.
Because you've murdered someone, because your horse has nailed someone.
Yeah. And now you have to chase the witness.
You want an easy solution to witnesses?
I just kill them.
No, even better. You won't lose any honor for it or anything. Lasso, hog tie, cut them free.
I have done that a couple of times.
Seriously, lasso, hog tie, cut them free every time you get a witness, because they will just leave you alone and they'll go, okay, yeah, I'm fine.
That may be what I do then from here on in.
You get no negative honor for it, and you don't end up with a witness.
What was I doing?
Or you just pull out the incendiary buckshot and fuck the honor.
Yeah. The thing is, it is getting to that point, and it shouldn't be at around 10 hours. I shouldn't already be going, just fuck trying to be a good guy. I'm just gonna fuck everything up because I want to be an honourable outlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you look at the story from what you've played so far. What is Dutch preaching? Honourable outlaws.
Exactly. You're supposed to be being a good guy.
So it's not unheard of. Okay, yes, you could go completely mental case and be an absolute dick bag.
Yeah.
Basically go full Micah.
Yeah.
Just blow up an entire town of people because you're bored.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
But you're the Honourable Cowboy. You are the pluckish rogue.
That's how I like to think of myself most of the time. I'll be honest.
You are a good guy, but the honor falls much faster than you can get it up.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there aren't pills for this.
No.
There is a pretty massive spoilerific turning point in the story where the honor system rocks up really fucking quickly once you get to that point, because everything you do is nice.
Nice. I'm okay with that.
So there's at least one stranger, which is a man of the cloth.
Okay.
So, and you basically help a load of slaves and children for the church. Just because he's not preaching you to be a Christian in the terms of, God-fearing, Bible-bashing. He accepts you for being the agnostic atheist you are, and just says it's not about fearing God and believing in that. It's just being a decent person.
Now go get me those kids.
Yeah, exactly. Or you bump into a sister who asks you for a donation, and it's up to you. You either donate her money and she goes and buys the food, or
Yeah.
you give her the food. So I went looking and I was like, well, I've got like $15,000, so I
Yeah.
could easily give you $100. And I think it might have only been $10 that she was after.
Nice.
And then I looked in my satchel and I was like, or I could give you all of the meat.
And
So I
then you
gave
looked
her
in the
my
satchel.
meat. Yeah, I gave her my meat.
Yeah, you did.
Because I get the amount of hunting that I do, you actually get meat so fucking quickly. Every time you skin something, it always just comes up on the side, loads of fucking meat.
Yeah.
And then you just go to a campfire and just start cooking it because you've also done a lot of herbing. So as a herbalist, you've got a lot of fucking thyme and a lot of oregano
Nice.
and a lot of mint. So you just cook minted lamb and uh, oregano beef and thyme beef and game meat and venison and all kinds of fucking crap.
Yeah, man, why not?
It's weird how my fucking Arthur Morgan is considered underweight.
Because he keeps eating.
I don't know. That's the thing, is that constantly, it's like all the time, just eating meat because it's meat's the fastest way of getting your cores to maximum to full again.
Yeah. So, but here's another why. Why do I need a mechanic where I may or may not be overweight?
It's a weird one because the weight mechanic, so under to overweight, is to do with your health and stamina. So
Yeah.
an overweight person has more health for some reason and less stamina, which makes sense. And
Yeah.
an underweight person has less health and more stamina. But at maximum, it's only 7.5%.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
But I don't understand why I need this mechanic. This mechanic that pulls you out of the game as it says, you are hungry. Make sure you eat something. Or, don't forget you need to take a bath. This is fucking San Andreas going to the gym shit all over again.
The having a bath actually helps your stamina,
No, I know.
which
But
is which is weird. Although it doesn't affect your health, even though you're technically wearing an armor of dirt.
yeah. But what I mean is, why is it there?
It's not like MGS 5. Yes,
Yeah.
where if you don't shower enough, then people start to notice that you smell.
Yeah.
But it's like brushing your horse to keep it clean, to make it run faster,
Yep.
further as well. Run
I'd-
faster, jump higher.
Either brush it or walk through some water.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I mean, it doesn't come up very often because I do tend to walk through a lot of water.
yep.
But
Unless you're trying to do one of the horseman challenges. I think it's number 4. We have to ride from Strawberry to Saint Denis without touching water, which is really fucking difficult because the only route from Strawberry to Saint Denis without going through water is to go over a railway bridge.
nice. We get hit by a train.
Yeah.
Excellent. What I mean is that these are mechanics I don't need. They take away from the game. They're the reason I didn't like playing San Andreas, because I didn't want to go get a burger and go to the gym in the middle of a fucking mission. I was busy playing the mission.
Yeah.
You know, I thought we were done with this shit. Mate, I'm really, really liking Red Dead Redemption, but there is so much that makes me want to go, why the fuck have you done this?
Just let me play the game.
I don't get it. I'm still hoping that I get to like chapter 3 and 4 and I want to keep going.
You will. Trust me.
Because
Once you move to the next camp outside of Rhodes and you
Yeah.
start playing the missions and story bit from there, you will just fall. And a lot of the cinematics in that section are fucking amazing.
Yeah. But this is the thing, because the other one is like I think Arthur is probably one of the best video game characters I've played in quite a while. Or maybe even ever.
Yeah.
And the story, even this early on, is just immense. And I'm such a big fan of westerns, and have been all my life. I love western films. So, to get to play a proper western epic like this, I'm all for that. And my worry is that Red Dead's going to try and take that away from me.
Believe me, it won't, because I adore the story to this. It gets better just consistently gets
Yeah.
better as you get further into it. But the thing is, because this is a prequel, you're sitting at it, and I noticed this when I was texting a couple of my friends about it, and I just think it's fucking hilarious the number of times you see Marston in peril.
Yeah.
It's just like you're looking at it going, oh yeah, it's like they've got Marston like with a fucking rope around his neck, or he's under threat of being hanged, or they've lost him somewhere and he's been shot multiple times.
Yeah.
He's fallen off the back of a train that you're doing a robbery on, been with a fucking bullet hole in him, or he's been mauled by fucking wolves right at the start.
Yeah.
And you just look at it going, this is 11 years before Red Dead 1, where you play as Marston.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he in peril all the time? What the fuck?
He is a bit of a spanner in this game.
Yeah. Just he's like the worst red shirt guy from Star Trek.
Yeah.
He can't even do dying right.
It does kind of ruin it as well, though, doesn't it? Oh no, John Marston's in peril. But that's great. I know I get to play him 5 years ago.
Or even more fun, which is when they put Dutch in peril, and you kind of look at it and going, but he's one of the main bad guys in Red Dead 1.
Yeah.
What? What's the what's the fucking point?
Yeah, you can't. You can't put that. You can't get peril in a game when you already know everybody's actually going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just...
But overall, though, I really like it, and everybody else seems to as well.
Yeah.
$725 million that thing made in opening weekend.
Yep.
725 million.
Yeah.
It's the second biggest launch of all time.
What was bigger?
Grand Theft Auto 5. Second biggest entertainment launch ever. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So yeah, so not just games, that's everything.
Yeah.
Which is just insane.
I think it's one brilliant thing about it. Now, I'm well documented, massive hater of Bethesda.
Yeah.
And beyond that, a even bigger hater of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout franchises.
Yeah.
I was honestly contemplating Fallout 76 just because the multiplayer mechanic to it really appealed to me. Being able to play through the entire game in co-op seemed like a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
But I might actually enjoy playing a game because if I'm playing with other people, then I don't have to worry about everything that you have to worry about in that much RPG that they are.
Yeah.
That I can just sit back and relax and just fart about.
Yeah.
I'm no longer interested in it after playing Red Dead. I'm looking at it now that I probably won't play that many new games for the rest of the year because I finished Red Dead Story.
Yeah.
But once the multiplayer goes fucking live, that's going to take fucking forever for me to get off that.
Yeah.
I'm honestly going to... I can't think of another game coming out this year that I'm more interested in than Red Dead Online.
See, I haven't finished the story yet, so I need you to play other games so we've got things to talk about on this podcast. Otherwise, it's going to be from now till Christmas just talking about Red Dead. Because it's going to take me till Christmas to finish this fucking thing.
Yeah. I've got plenty of other games to play. It's just trying to fit time of playing them along with trying to catch up on the TV that I've not played in the last 60 hours worth of free time I've had where I've just played nothing but Red Dead.
Yeah. Mate, I'm halfway through a fucking mammoth week of podcasts. So by the time this episode actually goes out, I'll be recording the
fourth one this week.
6th or 7th of the week. And most of those I'm editing as well. So I haven't got time to play games, I haven't got time to watch TV, I haven't got time to do podcasts. I need to quit work.
Yeah.
And just be a full-time video game player. I wonder if I could be... Is it too late for me to become a Twitch streamer?
Probably. You probably get onto the Mixer hype.
Yeah. Those big Mixer bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will probably end up having to do the same thing I always do, which will be kind of grab a few smaller games to play and play those in between sessions of Red Dead.
Sounds like you need to go on a couple more training courses where you can take your Switch.
Maybe. I'm on a training course in a couple of weeks.
There we go. Problem solved.
I'm going with someone though, so I don't know. We'll see.
Take your Switch and play with them.
Yeah, they're not that much of a gamer.
So? Everyone likes Mario Party.
True.
Well, actually that's a lie, because no one likes this Mario Party because it's fucking terrible.
It's a bit crap, isn't it?
How do you make a Mario Party game and it not be fun?
I don't know.
It's like the definition of Mario Party is fun.
Yeah.
How do you do that wrong?
I know. I'm coming quickly to the conclusion actually that these tiny little mini joypads that I thought were really good for Nikita to learn to play games on actually aren't that good.
It's because they're tiny.
Yeah, she was really struggling to play some of the mini games on it. I don't know. I don't know if it's just it's possibly like half crap Joy-Con and half not really having much in the way of hand-eye coordination for video games. She's not played many proper video games to be fair, so
No.
It's time to learn, but it doesn't seem very intuitive for a family game.
No. The biggest issue the Mario Party has is the controllers. If you were playing on full-size Pro controllers, it probably would be alright. But it's a weird thing, considering they're so small. The Joy-Con require you to have full adult-sized hands in order to actually use them properly.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that's even possible, to make something so small, but to actually make it so that you need to be, well, grown up in order to actually be able to do anything with it properly.
Yeah.
Considering how popular the fucking DS is, and the controls are slightly... I think maybe that's the difference, is that the controls are marginally bigger than the DS controls.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my Switch doesn't get that much use. Like the occasional bit of Mario Kart and now Mario Party. Yeah, not much really, but yeah, it's no Red Dead.
No, it's not.
Maybe when they put Red Dead Redemption on the Switch, then I'll play Switch a bit more.
Maybe Red Dead will end up on PC first.
Maybe.
But you know what? Considering it's really fucking weird, because I'm looking at this going, my games of the year were not ever going to be Spider-Man and Red Dead. I didn't care much for either of them, to be honest, at the start of the year. And now that I've played both of them, they are my 1 and 2s.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I need to finish Red Dead before the end of the year because I reckon it will be in my top 3. I'm not sure where yet, and I'm not convinced Spider-Man actually gets a look in.
No?
No.
I mean, it would help a lot better if I still knew the rest of my list, because I still can't find that fucking note. So I don't understand how you can save something to the cloud and it just disappears
and it
when
just
you change your
vanishes.
phone.
Excellent. No,
It's saved somewhere in the character unlock notes as well, but I don't know why they've disappeared.
I have a butcher's at some point, see if I can find it in there. No, I think, as it stands, I think my top game of the year would probably still be God of War.
Yeah?
Followed very closely by Red Dead, assuming it keeps the quality up that I'm seeing at the moment, and assuming that its stupid mechanics don't piss me off so much that I don't want to play it anymore. I honestly don't think that happens. I think I'll be fine. And I think those little niggles that do piss me off, the story bits will get me through.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
Fuck, there are stupid levels of collectibles in this.
Yeah. I ain't doing collectibles.
Not even... The collectibles are a fucking ball ache, because one of them is pretty obvious that it's the cigarette cards.
Yeah.
because you start collecting cigarette cards whenever you do anything with cigarettes, or you just randomly find cigarette cards just sitting on the desk of someone's house that you're robbing.
Yeah.
But it's not until much later on that you discover the guy that's collecting them, and he's really fucking off his face on smoking like 600 cigarette packets a day.
Yeah.
But he asks you to send him full, complete sets of cigarette cards. Now, a full set is 12 cards, but there's like 10 to 15 sets of cards, so this is a lot of fucking collectibles.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's not, they're not the only set of collectibles. You've also got the legendary fish
Yeah.
to collect, which there's 30 of them. But that's a lot later on in the game that you unlock that dude who wants you to send him his legendary fish. But you can't catch legendary fish until you get the special lures, which you get from either A, buying them, or B, you get given one as part of one of the side quests, Stranger Stories.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just they're a fucking nightmare, the number of collectibles. There's one of them which is fucking dinosaur bones. I've yet to find one, and apparently there's 30.
I think when you get to that kind of point, and excuse me, this tends to be my answer for most things collectibles. If I ever decided to platinum God of War, or well, not Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's a piece of piss in that regard, but you leave it a couple of months and you wait for somebody to publish a giant map with all the collectibles on, and you start in one corner and you work through to the other, and you just grab everything as you go, because it's the only way to do stuff like that. It's basically it's one of the reasons I stopped chasing platinum trophies, because these massive open worlds got so big and still got filled with collectibles
Yeah.
that I had to spend hours chasing. I can't be asked, because you end up sacrificing 30 hours of actual game playing time you could be playing new games or other games, to walk
Trying to
around.
find shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to walk around a world you've already spent 80 hours in collecting, cigarette cards and dinosaur bones. No.
You think it's bad? Once you finish the main story and you unlock the epilogues and you unlock the rest of the map, because if you pull up the map menu, you've got a lot of fog of war.
Yeah.
And that's when you realize, and especially to the west of Blackwater, because for some reason Blackwater shows up on the map, despite the fact you don't touch the area.
Yeah.
But because you're wanted dead or alive in Blackwater, that's what the story has decided that you are, because you robbed a bank or something there.
Something went horribly wrong in Blackwater and now you're not allowed in there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that unlocks the rest of the map once you hit the epilogues. But when you open up the rest of the map and you start riding around and you discover legendary animal territory in the second half of the map, and it's like, so I now needed to finish a 60-hour story
Yeah.
to unlock legendary versions of animals to get all of the fucking costumes or some of the fucking extra stuff that's there. And people have started to publish maps of where you find certain animals. And one of them is the owl. So, in crafting, owl feathers are attached to tomahawks to make homing tomahawks. I've yet to be able to do that because I haven't found an owl. Do you know why I haven't found an owl? They're west of Blackwater at night.
Nice.
How the fuck do you do that before finishing the game? Seriously, try and ride your horse anywhere near where you're wanted dead or alive.
Yeah.
You think it's bad when you go into an area when you've got a $300 bounty and you see the bounty hunters come up.
Yeah.
Wait until you get yourself to dead or alive, and then try and get around without fucking bounty hunters chasing you.
No, I'm good. The bounty hunters fucked me up just with a little bounty on me, and all I was in an area just looting. After a mission, I assumed I'd be left alone. I was in the middle of fucking nowhere. No, 5 minutes later, 10 bounty hunters, and I can't kill them all because shooting sucks.
Actually, you want something quite cool? The amount of money on your bounty changes how you're arrested by lawmen.
Really?
Yeah, so a $5 bounty, the lawman will come up to you, turn you around nicely, slap the handcuffs on, and walk you to direct jail. A
Okay.
$60 bounty, they will throw your fucking ass to the ground and arrest you.
Nice. What
So
happens with my $300 bounty?
I think they don't even bother arresting you.
Fair enough. Just shoot
I
me.
honestly, I think that the higher the bounty you get, I think the less lawmen care about you, and you just end up with bounty hunters chasing you. But it's really weird because I've yet to see bounty hunters actually try and claim the bounty. So far, they just shoot me, and it's like I've got a bounty, a money bounty, not dead or alive bounty. I've got an actual money bounty. You
Yeah.
have to keep me alive to get your money. You're the shittest bounty hunters ever. If you're coming along, you kill me, and therefore you've got no fucking money.
Nice. Fuck's sake. I I don't think I've got anything else to say about Red Dead, mate. Unless you have. I haven't finished it, so if there's anything else to
Uh,
say, you're going to be the man to talk about it, I think.
so there are some changes that I'd like to do to my own story as I've played it.
Okay.
It's just the way that I've done certain things where I've just looked and I've gone back, but I know that if I go through and play it again, it will be different, and it's not like playing The Last of Us again, where it's just not even remotely close to being the same. It's
Yeah.
not that level of stuff, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to have the gameplay the way that I have. I know that I could have done us a lot of things a lot better,
Yeah. I get what you mean.
but there is chapter replay, so you can replay missions to try and get yourself your gold rewards. I don't
Yeah.
think I actually managed to get a single one gold
Oh,
via
there,
analog, just like by actually just playing it.
there's
I think
another
I
one. Why does this game have bronze, silver, and gold rewards for missions, but never actually explains to you that they're a thing?
that's been around that's been around in the Rockstar stuff for a while. I think GTA 4 even had it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Red Dead 1 had it, but
But at no point can you find out what your objectives are until you finish the mission.
this is what I mean. Like, one of the missions I done was like, don't let a guy fall off a cliff, uh, and there was two. It was like, don't let him fall off a cliff and rescue him in like 1.5 minutes. I was like, well, I can't do both of those things. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? But I was like, how? What? Why are there objectives? This is the very thing that got people pissed off at Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Having these stupid 100% sync achievement things. Fuck you.
Yeah. One of the gold medal things that I've got that I actually managed to get, because I just realized I do have a couple, is to hammer nails with 80% accuracy and finish the mission in 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Do you know what I did? I
No.
just spammed the A button because that's all I had to do was to just keep hitting the A button because it was just a quick time events thing.
Excellent. I will remember that when I have to do a nail hammering mission.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Just,
Seriously, some of them are fucking awful. So for the majority of them, it's don't use any health items
yeah.
are involved. But you've got all kinds of crap, like you have to do such and such within a certain time limit. But, and even worse, when you've got ones of find the bounty with, because it's one of the bounty hunting actual missions where you have to do the bounty hunting as part of the mission. It's like find them within 15 seconds of arriving in Strawberry.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to know exactly where they are
Yeah.
without replaying the mission? You can't, that's why. Because like, you walk into Strawberry, do you know where they are? Right at the other fucking end of where you've walked in.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because it's referred to as the Welcome Center.
Yeah.
But considering the objective is to either A, search the saloon, or B, search the post office, it doesn't say to walk straight to the Welcome Center and check there. It literally says, do you want to search here or here? So you go into one of those places to try and find them, and then they point you to the Welcome Center.
Yeah.
This has taken much more than 15 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way you can do that first time around. And I think most of the achievements,
Yeah.
objectives, I suppose, better word, that I've read. No, I don't bother reading them now.
No.
I get, oh yeah, good, I got a silver again. Woohoo. Bye. I'm not reading them anymore.
Yeah. Seriously, the game is 60 hours long. Why are you trying to artificially lengthen it by making me replay missions just so I can get the fucking gold medal for it?
Is there an achievement for getting gold medal in all the missions?
There's an achievement for getting 70 gold medals.
Fuck that.
I don't know how many there are total. If it
Just,
ends up being 70, I'm not doing it. If it
I,
ends up being like there's like 120 something missions, then maybe I'd consider it because that's like half.
yeah. And you can figure out the ones that would be easiest to do. And if you get one that's really tough, you can just ignore it and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I have to gold medal every mission, I'm not fucking doing it because some of those missions are fucking hard.
Yeah. No, some of them are. Yeah, even early on, some of them are pain in the balls.
Maybe they'd be easier if you've got the better weapons that you get towards the end, like the Litchfield repeater.
Yeah.
Or the repeater shotgun, or the semi-auto shotgun with slug rounds.
Here's
That
another
gun's
question.
naughty.
Why is it okay for this game to fail a mission for me because the AI partner ran into a fucking gun?
Okay, so that is fucking awful, especially when one of them ended up being I was riding my horse with Dutch and I want to say Micah. We were
Okay.
riding away from a bounty that we'd picked up in the story of $300, funnily enough. And Micah got shot in the face by a random NPC, lawman, or bounty hunter riding their horse from fucking out of nowhere, where I'd just heard from I think it was Micah saying, coming in from the left, and then as I was just about to start shooting, he fires his gun and nails Micah right in the head and kills him. And the mission failed.
Excellent.
Immediately. I didn't have a chance to stop that from happening at all.
No. No, I was doing a mission early on, and one of the guys I was with ran out in front of me in a gunfight and got shot and died. And I was like, well, hold on. If it's possible to fail a mission because of this, you either need to not do that, or at least give me a revived mechanic or something. You know, I think a revived mechanic would probably annoy me more. Just stop making it so that your AI friends
Yeah.
can die.
Just don't make it so that the AI friends can die, especially if they're going to die in stupid ways.
If I can't protect them, it's not a mechanic. If I can't protect them, it's a flaw. And your game is shit. It's not shit. That's a really mean. Well, it's not a mean. It's Rockstar. I don't care about their feelings.
That's a crunch problem. How about you fail a mission because you either A, leave one of your allies behind, or B, you time out because one of your allies has run into a tree.
Yeah.
Because they're a fucking idiot on it's this shitty horse thing where, again, it's not just you that will, if in cinematic mode, will just nail a tree as you're riding, or a sign, or a fence post, or something.
Yeah.
The AI can do it. They'll just be riding along, and then all of a sudden just nail whatever it is that they're riding near. And then you either fail the mission because you time out because it takes them forever to get back on their horse and catch up, or B, you fail because you've left them behind because you carried on.
Yeah. 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 Overall, I give it about an 80 out of 100 working hour week. Mate, I really like some of it. I think some of it's great, but there are so many little bugs. And there's one other thing I think we need to talk about, maybe briefly, because it's just shit, and it really put me off Rockstar, to be fair, reading this. So we talked about it the other day at work. So Rockstar have threatened to sue Trusted Reviews, the website that got a couple of really juicy leaks for Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
And basically used their influence to force Trusted Reviews to take down their story, issue an apology, and hand $1 million over to 3 different charities as recompense for using a leaked document. I don't know how you feel about this, mate.
It's a dangerous precedent to set.
It's a very dangerous precedent set, but it's not their document. Trusted
No.
reviews are handed it by somebody who leaked it. The person Rockstar should be going at is the leaker. You can't force journalists not to leak stuff that they've been handed.
Yeah, it's not like they hacked it and that's illegal to do the whole hacking of data and taking stuff that's confidential. They essentially found it on a train.
Yeah.
As one of a random journalist saw a document that said on it Red Dead Redemption 2 and confidential.
Yeah.
Is basically what happened. They found something lying there completely open, given to them by any person in the world.
Yeah.
So they fucking published it like a good journalist would do. And then Rockstar said, "Yeah, it's confidential. It means you can't show it to people."
Yeah. But
No, it's confidential for you to show it to people.
Yeah. You can ask nicely for it to be taken down. And
Or you can ask nicely for our source of who gave it to us, and then you can go and make their life a living hell for breaking the confidentiality agreement of deploying it.
Yeah. But I think it's dangerous, and I think it does. I mean, you said it. It sets a very bad precedent for this. You can't. The journalists are not there to service game developers.
No.
They're not. As much as some of them may be friendly with game developers and vice versa, they're not. Journalists that are their PR department are not journalists. They're just there to say, to get clicks and to advertise your game. But to get a document that says I think it was the story they ran that included saying that there was a battle royale mode or would be a battle royale mode in Red Dead Online, which I mean at this point I don't think anyone cares, not even a little bit. But there were some other details as well. But the fact that Rockstar have threatened this and gotten away with it, I think, it spells bad things for games journalism in the future.
Not just games journalism, but all journalism.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're right.
You could just start slapping the word confidential on literally anything, and then suddenly you can no longer report on it.
But the thing is, you can report on it if it's just because it's confidential. It's not. You haven't signed anything. If I work for a games web, if I work for a website that reports on game news, and you work for Nintendo, you are liable if you give me a document that I'm not supposed to have.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything. I haven't told Nintendo that I won't do that. I don't work for Nintendo. I just happen to have come across this document that says, the Switch 2 will be out in 2020.
Yep.
So I publish it. As long as I say the correct things, like it's a rumor or from a close source or something along those lines. As long as I don't report it as actual guaranteed news, there's nothing wrong with what I've done.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with what Trusted Review's done.
So unless Trusted Reviews have signed some kind of agreement with Rockstar, which is hilariously unlikely,
yeah,
then it's got no holding on them. The fact that it's confidential, because it's not confidential to them.
No.
So unless they were handed it to them by the Rockstar PR team to say, here is some information about the future of Red Dead. You can't leak. You can't put it out there in the general public until after such and such has happened. And then them to have gone and done it anyway.
Yeah.
That's not likely in the slightest.
At that point, they've broken an NDA, and then you can be sued. Same way as you or I have both worked for QA people, and we can be sued if we talk about the games we've QA'd. Because we've signed a bit of paper that says we won't.
Exactly.
But if you tell me that you've played a game that you're not supposed to have told me about, and I go and tell people that this game is in the wild and it plays like shit, it's not me that's in trouble.
No.
It's the person that told me.
Yeah.
Fuck Rockstar for this awful. And I don't care that you're having the money go to charity. You just made $700 million in 2 days.
Give that to charity.
Give that to charity. Don't fucking try and be all, we're the good guys, really.
So,
Have some money for charity. No. Give the money to charity anyway. Stop being cunts. Because you're wrecking journalism.
it's like, okay, yeah, it's great. You gave that, however much, 4 million to the 3 charities. Why don't you give another 4 million to those charities just because you're being dicks about it?
Yeah. And the thing is, Rockstar don't care. They, if I turn around and say, I think what they've done is horrible, I'm not going to buy Red Dead. Oh no, my one, £75 purchase, which is like 1/1,000,000th of the profit they made over the opening weekend. Yeah, they don't give a fuck about 4 people who take a stand. Same as the working week thing. It's a bit of bad press. It hasn't affected their bottom line one little bit.
No, in
Not
fact,
one.
it's not even bad. It's one of those. It's news. It's therefore good.
Yeah.
It's free publicity. This suing of trusted reviews has garnished them a little bit extra publicity, and therefore it's now more visible. And people are looking at it, going, "Oh yeah, trusted reviews leaked a document they shouldn't have done, and they got sued, and they had to give, and Rockstar gave the money to charity." Aren't Rockstar a lovely company?
Yeah.
There is free good publicity because of the way that it's going to be spun.
Yeah. So there you go. Listen to this. So trusted reviews have taken down the original article that they put up and have put their apology in its place, and it's 5 lines, right? On February 6th, 2018, we published an article that was sourced from a confidential corporate document. We should have known this information was confidential and should not have published it. We unreservedly apologise to Take-Two Games, and we have undertaken not to repeat such actions again. We've also agreed to donate over £1 million to charities chosen by Take-Two Games. Never do it again? Half the fucking stories every video game website talks about is leak and rumour.
Yep.
That's how they become news. That's what news is. News isn't E3. As much as we enjoy doing E3, E3 is a carefully calculated publicity move.
Yep.
Every single slide of every single person's PowerPoint is carefully put there by marketing teams, so video game websites will report on them and basically turns video game sites into PR for 3 days a year. That's how E3 works. The rest of the time, they need to be reporting actual news.
You take away leaks and you take away theories and stuff that's come out of the woodwork. Some random person has found a document or has sent a document off to a company they probably shouldn't have done, but they did it anyway. Or the more hilarious Ubisoft leaks that aren't really leaks.
Yeah.
And then you take away that stuff, and then you end up with the nothing. You just end up with the cold, hard, calculated PR.
But you end up with copy pastes of the PR emails that land in our mailbox regularly. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't read any of them. They're so boring.
Yeah, you get the copy paste press releases from Koch Media or from Warner Brothers about the Tour de France game that's coming out.
Woohoo!
There is your bit of news for then.
Yeah.
You don't get Half-Life 3 is now even more confirmed than ever before.
Yeah.
After Gabe Newell was spotted holding 3 fingers up while standing next to someone with only half a hand.
Yeah. I think it's a dangerous precedent, and I reckon, I don't know what would be the next one. It'll be like the next Assassin's Creed or something like that will get leaked, and Ubi will go, "Do you see what Take-Two did? Take-Two did that. Maybe it's time for us to do that."
Yep.
Yeah.
Or EA, even more hilariously, when the next leak comes out about anything to do with any of their games.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they'd sue, but the money wouldn't even go to fucking charity.
No, it wouldn't. Not ever. I blame Trump.
Next time someone comes up with a fan theory about Half-Life 3, and all of a sudden Valve have now got a brand new Steam overlay because they've just sued someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making fun to keep the lights on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, not a happy chappy with that. But I think that pretty much ends our Red Dead centric episode, mate.
Yeah. Red Dead good. Take Two not so good.
Yeah. I hope Red Dead continues to be good. I'm really enjoying it. I just need more time to play it.
You're gonna really start to proper fall in love with it once you move to the next camp.
Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I don't know when I'm going to get time to play it. I'm so fucking busy. But yeah, I'll get to it, and I'm hoping that I'll have a couple of even like weekends, just like Saturday nights, so I can just spend a few hours playing.
Well, when the online goes live, like I said, we need to try and sort some time together so that we can actually play it.
Shit, yeah, son.
Just you and me, just riding around on horses, throwing tomahawks at each other's horses.
Absolutely. That sounds like a perfect Saturday night.
Although the biggest issue with the multiplayer is if they keep the single player horse mechanic of you need to be close enough to your horse for it to whistle it.
Yeah, that will really annoy me.
Because otherwise I'm just going to end up lassoing people.
Yep.
Hog tying them, putting them on the back of my horse, riding them off into the mountains,
Yeah.
then letting them go while they're not wearing winter clothes, and then riding off, so they slowly freeze and they can't call their horse to get out quicker.
I like the idea of running through a stream with them on the back of your horse so they fall off and drown.
Yeah.
I may or may not have done that by accident.
Or hog tie someone and then throw them on the train tracks.
Yeah.
And just wait.
Yeah.
Or hog tie them and take them to the crocodiles.
Now there's an idea. Those crocodiles do not fuck around.
No, they do not.
No.
Sorry, gators.
Okay. They're crocs. They're all crocs. Yeah. I think that's us done then, mate. What do you reckon?
Yeah. I
Cool.
liked it. I like Red Dead, and I've quite liked the podcast we've done about Red Dead.
Yeah. It's sad that it can't all be positive, but I
No.
liked my list of questions.
There was a good list. I'm glad I managed to answer a couple of them.
I was really annoyed. I thought this is going to be a really cool thing to do because literally all I'd done was everything I did. I was like, why? Why is this a thing? Why do I have to do this? I'm definitely going to like take this to the podcast because you knew the podcast was going to be all about Red Dead. So I was like, this is going to be me just going why. And then I listened to the Jim Sterling podcast from last week, and Gav did the exact same thing. I was like, oh come on. You can't do that. This is my one good joke for the year, man. What the fuck?
You should sue him for breaking confidentiality
I think I
agreements
should.
or something, and then he can give money to charity.
Yep. He's not as big as Trusted Reviews. Maybe he can give like $12 to a charity.
That's enough to pay off half a bounty.
Yeah, man. That's it. You can just pay off one of my bounties, and that's it. Done. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there, mate. Do you until next time, mate? Where can people find you in your if you're not on Red Dead Redemption?
So I'm playing Red Dead Redemption as the John_CU on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I'm also playing Red Dead Redemption on my Xbox because that's
It's the best place to play, apparently.
apparently so. It's best with Xbox One X.
There's a surprise. The one console that does true 4K is the place where you get the true 4K experience.
Yep. So on Long Dong Silver on Xbox Live.
Cool. As always, I'm Brooker411 on Twitter, where I'm just mainly bitching at the fact that I don't have time to play Red Dead Redemption 2.
And strongly notifying people about that.
And I'm strongly notifying people about that because Trump is a fucking retard. And if you don't want to follow us individually, you can follow us as a team. We are Character Unlock on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Where, yeah, we just kind of do this just in text form mostly, or picture form in Instagram's case.
Yes.
But yeah, I think, mate, this has been quite a cool episode. I really like it, and
Yes.
I think this is going to be a good point to say goodnight and see everybody next week. So,
Bye.
bye.